physical force.
January 11th, 2026. Minneapolis explodes into confrontation. Outside the Whipple Federal Building, where ICE operations are based, protesters flood the streets, attempting to hold their ground. Federal agents respond with tear gas, sting balls, and smoke. The street becomes a flashpoint. Whistles pierce the air. Snowballs fly. Cars rush out of the federal complex as agents demand the crowd clear the roadway.
Are y'all having a circle over there, or what's going on? Are y'all citizens over here or what? Hey, what's going on? I got figured yet.
As the sun begins to set, the anger does not. Protesters continue shouting at departing federal officers, chanting, jeering, refusing to disperse as the night closes in on Minneapolis. But the unrest does not stay there. Across the river in St. Paul, Border Patrol operations intensify. Federal agents move door to door. A massive immigration action unfolds in residential neighborhoods. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino is spotted on the ground, first at a Target store, then at a Menards, trailed by activists, whistles blaring, voices rising. Shoppers stop and stare as caravans of federal vehicles roll through parking lots under protest. At a Speedway gas station, the tension erupts. Federal agents smash a car window. A man is pulled from his vehicle. Pepper balls are fired into the crowd, pressing in around the arrest. Moments later, another man is taken to the ground. "I'm not resisting," he shouts, as agents handcuff him and carry him away by his arms and legs. Warnings ripple through activist networks. Door-to-door operations have started. Know your rights. Do not open the door without a judicial warrant. All of this unfolds against the backdrop of mounting federal force.
Stay back! Hey, stay back! Do not put your vehicle in here! Get back! I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting! Hey, I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting! I'm not resisting!
Tensions exploded Sunday in Minnesota's Twin Cities. Protesters screamed at heavily armed federal agents and honked car horns, banged on drums and blew whistles in attempts to disrupt their operations in one Minneapolis neighborhood filled with single-family homes. There was some pushing and several people were sprayed with chemical spray just before agents forced entry of one home on Sunday. They later took one man away in handcuffs. A woman came out of the home who said the man in handcuffs was her husband. She said they were told that he had an order of removal.
I was driving by and I saw, I think, at least four ICE agents abducting a man. They didn't talk much about us. One was obviously taunting the crew. So honestly, they don't care about rule of law. They're going to do whatever they want, and they're going to continue to do whatever they want until people organize. So I don't know. What I saw was four men, or at least four, abduct one man, leave the car here. Obviously, the guy is scared, doesn't know what to do. They're just going to do whatever they want. Long story short, they keep proving it over and over again, and they're going to continue to do whatever they want. This is ridiculous. Like, this is in the middle of the street. This does not help anybody. It's going to continue to escalate and continue to escalate. Like, this is ridiculous. So, I mean, that's all I saw, is that four people abducted a man.
Homeland Security confirms hundreds more ICE and Border Patrol agents are being sent into Minnesota, on top of thousands already deployed, following the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good by an ICE officer.
You heard people from the Trump administration saying that the victim was a domestic terrorist. You heard that the ICE agent was acting entirely in self-defense. And here's the thing. You don't need to take my word for it. You don't need to take their word for it. Watch the video. The ICE agent was not run over as Trump stated. You had a person that was definitively trying to just get out of there. They were trying to leave the scene. And so let's have the investigation in the hands of someone that isn't biased. Let's not have it exclusively run through the FBI at the federal government or the Department of Justice. Let's have it with the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension at the state level. This is an entity that has expertise. They have a long history of investigating cases just like this, and they have had investigations come, by the way, to both conclusions, with a charge and without a charge. We need to be doing this right now. We need to be doing this transparently. And what I was pushing back on from the very beginning was a narrative that had jumped to that conclusion right from the get-go. And when you've got a federal administration that is so quick to jump on a narrative as opposed to the truth, I think we all need to be speaking out.
Officials say the surge is about officer safety. Protesters say it is intimidation. Tensions remain high. Investigations are ongoing, and the streets of Minneapolis and St. Paul are now at the center of one of the largest federal mobilizations the state has ever seen. This is no longer just a protest. It is a showdown playing out in real time on the streets of Minnesota.